Hello, everybody. Some results are already coming in. It'll be exciting as we try to break them down, get some reactions. As soon as I get Will in here, we will converse. So excited about it. So welcome to the Teardown, everybody. And there he is, Mr. Will. How are you tonight?
I am ready to break down all 15 sets. Okay, we probably will not go until the Pleasant Hill Awards go because I don't know if Pleasant Hill has done prelim awards yet. But we will go until roughly we get 14 of the 15 sets of results this show choir Saturday. We already have 3 to my count. So let's dive into the one that just happened right now.
Here, wait, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm calling it audible. We already have somebody requesting to join.
Oh boy.
So
here we go.
Might as well get the ball rolling.
Yes, we will.
Coming in here in a little bit is some of our Southern friends. And they're...
What is up, everybody?
How are you tonight?
Oh, hello.
Dude, I'm great. I had to come outside because we're in a performing arts center over here. So the music's pumping in the hotel lobby. Everyone's going crazy. Tonight, whoa.
There were some big upsets that went down at Tallahassee.
It's a whoa night for Alabama. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to be upsets coming up here pretty soon. I think it's going to be results that we think we might be seeing a lot more of.
Let's jump straight into middle mixed Class A. The results of that one, Hoover taking best choreography in the win, Tift second with best vocals, Vestavia in third. Dobbs, after watching these shows, do you agree? Do you disagree? What does this mean going forward for the rest of the year?
I agree. Okay, hey, hold on.
What were the results? I wasn't there. I need to know.
Okay, so say the results again so Bradley can hear it.
So in large at Tallahassee, Auburn was the only group. They took best vocals, best choreo, best show design, and best soloist. That's the Auburn. Large school middle mixed, Hoover Paradigm, best choreo and the win. Tips County A Street Singing Company, second place in best vocals. Vestavia Hills Singers, the bottom group in that division, at third. Middle mixed Class B, first place, Helena High Frequency. They took all captions. And Appling County Applause allegedly was the second group in that division.
Appling dropped. I don't think I saw Pike Road here either.
Okay.
I might be lying, but we're like an hour early. I'm out an hour early. So say, look, first time a Southern Conference finishing any time early. So hip hip hooray. I got a long drive home, but no, I think we're going to go straight to Class A. Auburn, they deserve their flowers. You know, they put on a great show. There was a couple of technical difficulties, specifically with every single one of Auburn's shows. But I think regardless of that, the results would have stayed the same. Class A, Hoover, wow. I think Hoover from 2023 to Hoover now they have exploded with talent. The 2023 was their first year up in the big leagues, I think. And now they're swinging for the fences, and they're gonna hit them. I think they're going to Albertville next weekend with Tift, with Homewood, Continuum, with Vestavia. It's going to be a huge clash. Choreography, clean as ever. It was fun. It was, exciting, flashy. The theme was Beetlejuice. So, right.
Like all songs from the musical or songs like related to Beetlejuice?
Songs related to Beetlejuice, which I thought was a better choice for them, to be honest. Because if you just do musical songs,
Yeah, it gets repetitive.
Tift County. I want to brag on Tift County for a second. People put them kind of in the back seat. They beat Auburn in 2020 here at Tallahassee, and then they've just kind of been in the shadow ever since. Tift County deserves their flowers, and I will talk about them forever now. And Bradley didn't believe me. He made fun of me too. So, haha, Bradley. That's what I thought. I had said Vestavia doesn't sound that strong. It's not that they weren't that strong. It's that they weren't, last year's Vestavia beating one of the best girls groups in Nexus we've ever seen quite handily in finals at Jasper. It's that Tift came out of the gate with something to prove. And I don't know where that came from. Their show last year was really good, and it took, once again, a step to the next level. Whatever they're feeding these groups down here in Middle Mixed, I want to have a plate too, because every single group who competed tonight in Middle Mixed in Alabama was phenomenal. And I mean, Vestavia getting third is no, like, they didn't, they got third. That's a bloodbath pool right there. It's competitive in there.
And when we look at Albertville next weekend, we're going to see all three of these middle mixed groups back in action, plus Helena, plus Jasper, plus Homewood Continuum.
Oh, Albertville's going to be so much fun, because you're adding Jasper into the mix, who I think almost beat Albertville at Homewood last year. Albertville, who had a phenomenal show last year in 2024, making finals at Auburn. I just can't wait till we throw Spain Park in that mix too. I don't know if we get to this year, but hopefully.
Yeah, Spain Park is going to a few different places.
Yeah.
But Bradley,
they're traveling.
Spain Park's show today?
Speaking of Spain Park, I got to see them in prelims. They actually had a really wonderful show. Funny enough, a lot of the large mixed groups here at Prep, there were some technical difficulties with the mics. So we did not hear any of Spain Park's solos. None of them. We didn't hear the majority of Jackson Academy Encore solos. We didn't hear the majority of Northwest Rankin solos either. So it was just, now for finals, everybody's going to get sort of a bump, I guess, because now the mics are back working. Everything's working fine. But Spain Park really impressed me. I mean, it is that classic Alabama show choir style. The band was absolutely killer. I loved all the song choices. They did like a gibberish show. I thought it was really cool. I do think they're going to be stronger in finals than they were in prelims, but I can say the same for literally everybody else that is in finals. And so it's going to be pretty interesting. Right now, from what I hear, I can't confirm this, but from what I hear, JA has visuals, but is trailing Northwest Rankin. So I don't know if that, I'm assuming that means Northwest Rankin has vocals and show design, but I'm not sure. And then also another thing is they're adding the solo comp judge to the finals panel, if I'm not mistaken. So instead of 4, we'll have 5 scoring. So there's likely to be a lot of mix-ups at the end of the night.
Yeah, well, even with only 4 finalists, I think that there's still a lot of potential for things to go in a different direction. We do have prelim results courtesy of Joey, which I think just came through. So, and it is West in first, and JA in second, Spain Park in third of the 3A group going into finals. So, unfortunately, Morton did not make finals, but
hey, they won People's Choice.
They did. They did. So that's a plus for Morton One Accord. Either Bradley or Dobbs, any other big takeaways, not group specific from your comp today?
Yes,
Dobbs.
I have a big one. Tipped ladies. If you are competing against the tipped ladies choice to use their full name, look out. Look out. They're angry about something. I don't know what anyone did, but they're angry about it. And they proved a lot wrong tonight. First time in their history they've ever beaten Milan. And it was scary.
My one takeaway is, funny enough, my biggest takeaway is actually, I think Jackson Prep's going to be really insane this year.
Ooh.
They did a sneak peek for their exhibition set. I think they only did 2 to 3 numbers, but I mean visually, and I'm just being real, out of every group I saw today, they were the strongest visually.
Ooh.
And they didn't even do their full show. So, what'd you say?
Does April Jane still choreograph Prep?
I think so, but I didn't catch it when I was listening to the bio.
I don't know about this year. I can't remember.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
The last time that she was marked as choreographer was 2023. So, 2024, there's none listed.
She did their show last year.
Yeah.
It was either her or it wasn't Dominic. Was it Eric Hall?
It was a mix of people.
I think it was her and Eric Hall, maybe?
There was multiple people who did their show.
Yeah.
It wasn't just her.
Yeah,
but she did.
But yeah,
she's been part of it last year.
They look crazy this year. And I honestly do think they're going to be really strong. Northwest Rankin is obviously firing off at all cylinders right now. gorgeous tone quality. Ballad was amazing. Felt like they started to trail a bit at the end, but they're definitely going to pick that slack up for finals, especially now knowing what's on the line. And then, of course, Jackson Academy has a super strong show. So, I mean, y'all, it could go any way. Spain Park is still within striking distance at first. So I won't be surprised at any result. That's my biggest takeaway.
I've got one more thing. I spoke to the Auburn directors about their show, about their mixed group show, and their guys group show, who lost tipped us and beat Auburn Men at Work as well this year. It happened again, but their Auburn's mixed group went on stage, and I'd heard that their previous show didn't really go as planned. A couple of props broke, but they went on stage and everything looked flawless. And I got off stage, and their directors, weren't too happy with it. And I was like, guys, that was really good. And they were like, that wasn't really anywhere near our best. And I was like, oh, that's dangerous. We got the Oak Mountain competition coming up, where it will feature Auburn, Grenada, and Homewood all at the same competition. So Auburn varsity singers, y'all keep your eyes out, and they're headed to nationals this year. So, with a few working out those kinks with the props and stuff, I mean, who knows the limit? It's exciting, y'all.
Absolutely. Well, I believe we've got someone else waiting to pop on, so
I can dip out because I have to drive home.
Okay,
be me.
We will say goodbye to both of you. Safe travel back home, everybody. Thank you for popping on.
Bye, everyone.
All right. So that was a recap of both the Tallahassee Capital City Classic, which just wrapped up. Auburn varsity singers taking home top honors in large mix there, and also
are we in? Yes.
Which
all right,
not concluded yet. Now we're going to Omaha, and we have Mr. Adam Flowers joining the
show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wild day here in Omaha at the lovely Millard West High School here with the Millard West Music Lives. This is honestly like one of the most, and maybe this is just my southern-ness showing a little bit here. This is one of the most unexpectedly competitive competitions that I've ever been a part of and had the pleasure of being a part of, because there have been some really fantastic groups today. I haven't gotten to see everybody that I've wanted to, including but not limited to ATSC, because I have been working with Brio backstage. But I know that we've got another finalist going on right now, and it has genuinely been such a fantastic experience. Just getting to kind of work with this school and with all of the groups that are here have just been super helpful, especially the host group with Millard West and their directors. Like, holy crap, they've been amazing. But yeah, so it's been a very good experience. If you guys have any questions, I'm about to be able to answer some. I'm going to have to move away from this area real quick.
One for me is, we know when prelim plays work, who is a group that people would watch, guys didn't know if they were going to be hot in the car.
I'm going to just say all of that one more time.
Yeah, same here, Will.
Yeah. So what's a group that you didn't really expect to be good coming in, saw, and you're like, wow, this is a better.
Okay. So I've got to remember exactly who it was. I think it was West Side's girls group, yep. I believe. Okay. So they have specifically their closer. I think they're doing a Chapel Roan song, which I've been like waiting to see a group do a Chapel Roan song, because she popped off really, really heavily this year. And that song fits so well with their show, and they their tone quality, something that's something that maybe it's really downplayed about these Midwest groups, especially the ones that come to Nebraska. Their tone quality and their attention to the detail of the style of the song is so awesome. They did that kind of pop star whiny thing that didn't lose. You didn't lose intonation. You didn't lose any. All the chord structures were still there. It sounded like choir, but it was also pop music, and they leaned really heavily into that. Which, I mean, you can even see like, and obviously no shade, but like Center Grove, sometimes they where they lack is the ability to perform that pop music
Mm-hmm.
to another group's strength, right? Every group that I've seen today so far has been able to do that, especially the ones that have, placed higher up in their personal divisions, right? So I would say, I guess what you call the ATSC like feeder women's group. It's been really nice.
No, yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Will. They just recently coming off a finals appearance or two, so they are running hot. I know they ran into the Bellas, who had an outstanding day today.
Yes, they did.
What's Bella's theme?
So I guess we could talk about it all now, but we're a lot more secretive about it than some other people. But their theme it's titled Bridezilla. If that sounds like it's a aggressive southern like I say southern style as far as like show choir is concerned, southern style version of a like a wedding theme, that is correct. They get to do a lot of really fun music from some musicals, also some pop tracks. Like the show design this year has been really creative in the way that they've explored different aspects of what brides go through throughout their time planning the wedding. One of my favorite numbers is it's a combination of wedding photography, wedding cake, and wedding flowers. So it starts out with it's a big mashup. Starts out with freeze frame, then it goes into Cake by the Ocean.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bold. But then it goes into I Can Buy Myself Flowers, the Miley Cyrus track. So it's just this big mashup, like all the way through of those numbers of those songs, and the girls just get really creative, and they get to have some really good like differentiation in their style of dancing, their style of singing. It's no secret that we're coming in this with a little bit of a different focus, right? Southern groups, especially Brandon, are kind of known for their visuals over their vocals. But it was remarkable to see today just the caliber of these other groups that Bellows were like competing against. To see them come out on top in their division, and not only do that, but to place in finals, which I'm happy to say this now, they placed fifth overall. So they weren't like a lot of other places when a treble group makes finals. They're assumed to be dead last. They were not. They made fifth place in finals, and that's a huge deal for them. And this is a maybe more. I'm trying to think of how to say this. This is a history-making performance for them as far as the like history of this group, of this organization. Like them getting to come in here, go up against a really, really tough division. Not only beat them, but also place over mixed groups that we have never seen before. In what is like undoubtedly some of these places in their hometown, like on their field, right? This has been a very, very great day for Bellas, and hopefully will be an even greater day for Brio come finals. So
where are you at between Bellas and Brio finals performances?
Yes, so I believe we're in the middle. I'm trying to look at the screen right here. I believe this is finalist number 3. I think this is Aberdeen, maybe.
Aberdeen.
Is that
Aberdeen.
That's probably I think this is Aberdeen. I think they're the third. I know that the final 3 groups in order are Omaha North, then it's ATSC, then it's Brio. And that's performance order. So I believe this is either Aberdeen or Infinity or Miller North?
Based on performance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then this is Miller North then. And they're killing it right now. I'm watching the live stream. These groups, and this is kind of an overall thing, maybe just, again, I think part of my southernness showing. These groups can dance, man. They really can. And we're coming from a again, very different perspective of priorities. Which we're, as a culture in the South, are trying to shift, and I think it's going very well. But coming up here, like you can kind of see the impact of some of these Southern groups on on these groups here, right? Like you can see a little bit more attention to show design, a little bit more attention to blocking and pictures and overall shapes of these, even the ripple of like, some of it is obviously the South kind of taking, and whether it's Stephen Todd or even April James, as they've like come down and affected our choreography, like just as a culture. The way that we do that choreography is so different than the way that Northern groups and Midwest groups have done it, and you can see that kind of starting to rub off on some of these groups as well. But they're killing it right now. I can't really hear them, but visually they're killing it.
Yeah, I think Miller the Jared Voss groups. So yeah, one of those core choreographers. So absolutely, yes. I will say, Miller North, they design as well. Hannah Johnson designs their shows out of Tulsa. So you know, I would have to agree with you that some of the shifts that we're seeing a little bit in the Midwest, I guess directly or indirectly, could be traced.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any like final things you want to say about Millard West before we let you go and get back?
I want to say, don't go to sleep just yet. Stay up. I can't say because of just the like inside baseball conversations that we're all having here, but like there is potentially a major shakeup that is going to happen tonight. I know that we're shooting for it. I'm obviously incredibly biased. I want to see it happen. I think a lot of people want to see it happen. This would be a really big deal, and I think it could happen tonight. But regardless, this has been a wonderful competition. These kids, every single kid should feel so proud of themselves. If they're watching this back later or if they're watching now, like there's been some really amazing singing and dancing on stage with facials done today. So it's been great.
Final question: will you be at Mount Zion?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
yes,
go.
I will.
Meet you in
Yes, I will.
Love that.
Let's do it, man.
The most epic crossover.
Yes, it will.
All right. Well, good luck to Brio and
Yes.
with Brio in the rest of the finals. And who knows, maybe we'll see you again after final awards are.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully.
All right.
Thank you for your time tonight.
Of course, man.
With all the chaos and everything. Thank you.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, no, this is fun. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll see you guys later tonight.
For sure.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. So addressing a couple of go ahead.
What's going on? I mean, like this is stuff that's never happened before. Like live interviews at competitions. Like has that ever happened before? That's not a individual comp live stream.
Yeah.
Like this is insane. Well, I'm so happy that we're doing this. We're getting raw emotion and facts off the. We've already had 3 guests, so excited where the night takes us, and we need to rattle off some of these results.
Yeah.
We're kind of behind.
Absolutely. Addressing a comment that we got, are you guys going to be talking about Standing Bear tonight? As soon as we get standing results, that is the show choir number 1, number 3, and number 5 ranked Nebraska choirs right now going against you. So as soon as we get Standing Bear results, we will talk about them. We had some results come in right at the start of when Bradley Davis and Durkin joined us. And that was results from the Johnston Showzam. This is the wildcard comp of the week as voted on by you all on the Instagrams and the Xbox and all that. In 6th place, Dowling Catholic Dimensions. In 5th place, Urbandale Vitality. 4th place, Linmar Inst. In 3rd place, Urbandale Studio. In 2nd place, Waukee West EOS. 1st place, Vocals Choreo Band. Linmar 10th Street Edition. The streak lives on.
The streak lives on, and I mean we just dropped that article on the McRonkin, and if you haven't, go back and look at that article and look at the spreadsheet and look how historic look at this historic run that Linmar is going on. I believe I forgot the stat on the top of my head, but I believe they move into 1st place of the most consecutive days of holding the McRonkin, which is a fictional award that gets passed down from the first ever grand champion and then every grand champion who beats that group. So the fact that Linmar is still holding it, and now they hold 1st place of consecutive days with the McRonkin within one hold, in the modern era at least, because of missing seasons and so on and so forth, it just shows that Linmar is a powerhouse. And this was going to be the first real test to see if can they get by in later in the season. Of course, you hear so many things about Lamar. I haven't watched any of their show because I am like a purist. If I don't see it live, I probably will not see it. I like to save stuff. So luckily, hopefully, I'm going to be at Chesterton and I get to see their wonderful performance. And just like we got off with Aiden, I mean, we'll see Brandon there too competing. So competition's going to get back up there for EOS. So I believe I don't know their placement going into finals. Was it third?
They were third behind Urbandale, yeah.
Yeah, which, real quick, Urbandale finishing fifth last week. The fact that they were second going into finals at this competition shows how much they've grown. Like so much. I've heard so many wonderful things about their show. I can't wait to potentially see it at Troy, but they slip in their last show, or EOS brought it. Either or can be true. Those top three choirs are wonderful. And the fact that Urbandale got to kind of get that step back up from last week, and Linmar stays on top, and EOS stays hungry. It might not be that, that big game kill that they probably wanted. But, I mean, a second place here does not look bad.
No, absolutely not. I think, some people had some questions like, this is Northwest's third comp of the year and it's Linmar's first. Would that change anything? Granted, we don't have point totals for this comp. We do for some other. We will talk about that later on in the evening a little bit here. But I think it's safe to say, Linmar beat Ankeny Centennial for the McRonkin, the first comp of COVID, and they've held it. I think it's fair to assume that until otherwise, when Linmar walks into a competition, it's theirs to win. Granted, they were very close to what at Show Choir Nationals 2023. But one of the things that a lot of people admire about 10th Street is that they go out and search for competitions where they will be challenged, where they're forced to bring it. I mean, Walking Northwest just cleaned house over Johnston last week. And I don't know if Linmar was ever in doubt. And so, I mean, really, hopefully I will be at Chesterton too. Hopefully I will be able to see that show. I'm trying not to watch it either. I've seen, I'm a ballad, no ballad, out at the end of the show, shoes, no shoes. All my questions will hopefully be answered in 3 weeks.
I just saw Urbandale hop in the chat. Urbandale, if you are still here, I hope you guys had a fantastic day. I'm so proud of your guys' growth, and I think you guys are going to get so strong. I can't wait to see you guys at Troy Buchanan. I think it's going to be a blast watching Blue Valley, Mount Zion, then Urbandale. That doesn't happen very often.
No. So otherwise, I mean, looking at kind of below that top three, I think Dowling Catholic really surprised a lot of people. They beat Norwalk for that finals, for that last final spot. And Dimensions is a bit of a streaky choir. You never really know what they're going to be at in any given year. Now, this is season number 5 at the helm for Lindsay Hughes. So I feel like there's some momentum starting to be built in that program. Last year, Dimensions only had one finals appearance, and that was at the Marion Masquerade way down the season, where they took it on the chin to a couple of Wisconsin groups. Not to boast Wisconsin groups here, but season out with the appearance for Dimension, is, I think, phenomenal. Norwalk has a good show this year, and clearly they beat that as well. Going further down, like Linmar cleaned house. Best vocals and best choreography in the prep division, first place in the women's division as well. Urbandale second in both women's and prep. Waukee Northwest Aurora third in the prep division. This was just a day where Linmar came out of the gate and showed that they were better than everyone else, even right at the start of the season. So I think that if you have a chance to see a Linmar here, I think that you should absolutely go and take it.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, like I said, we are blessed with the opportunity to get to see one of their shows because, like I said, like Linmar doesn't travel outside of Iowa very often, and they compete out, I believe, 4 comps every year. So the fact that they are somehow running into a competition that, at least my alma mater is going to be at, who I follow around, is going to be at, like, it's going to be such a blessing, and to see the group that is arguably at the peak of show choir right now, I think they are. I think they are the peak of show choir right now. I can't wait, Will. I can't wait to be there with you. This season still has a lot to unfold, and the fact that it's only January right now and some of the stuff that's already happened is bizarre. It truly is bizarre.
Absolutely. And we're going to move. I don't believe we have any other sets of finals awards in yet. Some of the next ones that we're looking at, Standing Bear, if everything went according to plan, that should have been happening about 15 minutes ago. So assuming everything's on time there, hopefully we get those results. Oh, nope. Okay, it's looking like we'll get those results closer to the top of the hour here, which means that we are also Winfield Emerald Classic. Those final awards should be starting right about now. Let me check the live stream to see where we are at. Okay, looks like Winfield is in between the exhibition finals awards. So, and Winfield, interesting final structure there. Two large mixed finalists, three small mixed finalists, and two single gender. Oh no, three large mixed, three small mixed, two single gender finalists. I should really read the notes that I prepared. A couple of interesting notes from that one. Polka leads the small mixed division at prelims, and Loveland Allure is the leader in the women's division out of prelims. Couple questions in the chat here. Opinions on Vocal Thunder from Valley Vista High School. They had a great show last year. They surprised a lot of people. I know they're hosting their first competition this year. It's going to be a Western competition with finals, which I'm really excited about. I can't really say anything until they debut the show this year, which I'm not exactly sure when the first comp for them is. I want to say Hart maybe, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Another question: when will you guys begin to start talking about Virginia Show Choir? The first Virginia competition isn't until the middle of February. It's 3 weeks away, and that's the Clover Hill Mid Atlantic. So, we just got so much going on in the Midwest right now that that we will talk about Virginia when the time comes. But we got a lot going on right now.
However, we've been blessed with the contributors to know little things here and there about Virginia and the East Coast. We've gotten to that point. So, we've heard tad bits, but until we start seeing competitions and seeing them perform, we really can't comment on VA.
Absolutely. And we'll run to, while we're still waiting for more final results here, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of time to fill before the next one comes in. We're going to go over the results of a couple no finals competitions that happened earlier today. So we're going to head to Indiana to the inaugural Batesville Singers Showcase. I didn't even think that this one was a thing until the middle of summer. And usually people are planning out these competitions, at least a year in advance. So first off, shout out to Batesville for hosting a competition on what I think was a pretty condensed planning timeline. This one, no large division groups. This one, just small division group as classified by ISSMA. In third place, Ada Varsity Singers. They were the lone Ohio group there. Second place, Shelbyville Synergy. And first place, South Dearborn Opening Night. This is, obviously, we can talk about the winner here, South Dearborn. Let me just pull up my research real quick. But I believe this is South Dearborn's first win overall since 2020.
Ooh, good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that there's been a little bit of turmoil within the South Dearborn program this year, but they started off the season really strong at Ada, and they continue it here as well into the winter season.
Yeah, I've only had the opportunity to run into South Dearborn once, and I was not disappointed in their performance at all, because the unknown, and they came in, and I was like, well, this is a very strong choir that has been in their division for a long time, and they came out swinging. I forgot where they placed at that competition. However, the fact that they end up at top between these three groups is a great start. You always want to start with your foot on the gas pedal. And then for the rest of the groups, Ada. I don't know much about Ada besides their competition. I feel like that's my fault. But I can't wait to see how they go on throughout the year. Because I mean, these are groups that, sadly, as a Illinois guy, I get lost with all the madness sometimes, and sometimes they fall between the cracks. That's just kind of how it is. It's really hard covering a national scene. We're still getting used to this whole pay attention to everyone. So, in the fact that we are given this platform, I am excited to follow what Ada's doing, and same with South Dearborn. I'm excited to see where they go.
Absolutely. Just touching back on Shelbyville real quick. They were second today. The last time they were second place overall in the competition was the Southwestern Ohio Valley Showcase in April of 2016. So it's been a hot second for Shelbyville. So I want to give them their flowers. That competition won by Cobble Midland, Shelbyville second, Beaver Creek third, Austin fourth, and Belmont fifth. So that was the only high school group to miss finals was Milan. So a lot of names that we don't really see a lot anymore. Let me take a quick check of where we are with Winfield.
I got Winfield up too, and
okay.
So far it's still in the transition period. I have sound on, so if anything happens, I might be able to hear something. So I'll let you know when they go live, because then you can get our live reaction to the Winfield results, and that's cool. That'll be awesome.
Absolutely. And I think we might have someone joining us right after the Winfield results come in. So that would be something to look forward to as well. Another no finals competition that happened in Indiana this weekend was the Ball State Mid-America Show Choir Championships. This was Ball State's second year back having a competition after previously hosting in the early 2000s. So as for the Saturday results, there were only two large mixed groups and two large single-gender groups, but it was the Carol Show at Ball State today. Magic taking home vocals, choreo, and band. In the mixed division, Carol Select Sound taking vocals, choreo, and band. In the women's division, Beaver Creek runner-up in the mixed division, and Westfield runner-up in the women's division.
Can you hear that?
I can't.
Okay, well, Winfield, they are just starting their awards. They're getting the groups out on stage, so we will bring that to you live. Sorry to cut you off, but I heard a noise. I feel like I had to let you know, and I didn't know how quick they were going to start. So.
No, that's good. While they get people up on stage at Winfield, Carol has a Wizard of Oz show this year.
Ooh, I know. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of these shows. I believe Jinx. No, wait. Jinx did a Alice in Wonderland show, which I got confused. But Carol's show was, I saw a picture of the Tin Man sent in by one of our contributors, and I was like, I already love the show, because the show follows the Tin Man, other than the other three other characters. I believe they all come in at some point. However, it follows the Tin Man throughout its journey. I feel like the Wicked Witch is in it. Dorothy comes in at the end, from what I heard. And I can't wait to see their show, because their show designs are pretty awesome. I've seen some throughout the years, and they are always enlightened me. And just shout out to them. I mean, last year they went up against Beaver Creek, and they beat them by one placement. They still held strong this year at this competition. And Beaver Creek is a very strong choir, as we all know. And I believe they're starting to announce awards. I don't know which ones, but
all right.
I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted.
All right.
Best choreo. Olentangy. Best choreo. Olentangy.
In the women's division?
I believe so. I believe that's where they're starting.
Oh, man.
I didn't hear where they're starting. Loveland Allure was best vocals, so we have a caption swap or split in the women's division. Overall awards. He was about to announce mixed overall awards on accident. Best band for small mix. I missed it.
Oh, man.
Hey, this is our first time at this, Will.
Yeah.
We're going to get better at this. Best choreo. Visual volume.
That would be Polka. Yeah.
That is Polka. Best vocals? Polka.
I will say I think the battle for second. Polka's got the win. The battle for second will be interesting.
Oh, they're doing large mixed captions?
Oh.
Best band? Marysville takes best band.
Ooh.
Best choreo. Man, he's going quick. Marysville. It looks like it might be a clean sweep. And then best vocals. Marysville.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a clean sweep out of Winfield, most likely,
Yeah.
unless something crazy happens.
Yeah.
Doing captions first is kind of weird.
Whatever floats their boat, I guess.
And I believe they're going straight to announcing grand champion. Yeah. No other placements, I guess. Oh, no, wait. First runner-up. Olentangy,
Okay.
she notes, gets first runner-up. And sorry, like, the way he's saying some of these things, it kind of sounds like he's going all around.
Yeah, no. That's
Loveland
fine.
Allure takes GC here.
Yeah, so that was a rematch of last weekend at Beaver Creek, and Loveland goes 2-0 on the season against Olentangy and women's.
Shout out to Arc City, who's in the chat right now and competing at their first competition this week. Congratulations, guys. I can't wait to see your show.
Yes. Are we on Small Mixed Awards?
Yes. The St. C. Sceners, I believe, got grand champions in the small mix. Wait, no. I believe they got runner-up. Or second runner-up. First runner-up.
Okay.
Is the Showcats. So.
Wow. Okay.
I'm really bad at this. I'll be better.
Because we just said that, so Polka's going to win that division then.
Mm-hmm. And then Polka takes small mixed grand champion. So, I mean, I feel like the anticipation's kind of out of the room because we know who the captions are too. But I mean,
a little bit.
Second runner-up, Loveland by request.
My word.
So Olentangy is above. Yes, Olentangy is going to get second.
Wow.
And Marysville is going to get
that
the win.
Is. Oh gosh. Wow. That is really interesting.
I mean, insane to think about. We have a contributor trying to join here.
All right.
I mean,
let's bring him.
I love this show already. I love the amount of chaos going on. This is going to be great. And hello, Ava.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Do you have any insight on Winfield and their results that just came in?
I'm just focused on the large mixed results, especially Loveland and Olentangy.
So are we. It's I don't know the last time that Olentangy bested Loveland off the top of my head. Never, possibly.
Let me take a look. The beauty of the internet is that we can actually find that in pretty short order.
At least not COVID.
True. Yes. Olentangy did get hot beginning of the year last year when they took best choreo from Marysville.
Yeah.
I forgot their placement, but I know they took best choreo from Marysville. Marysville went on to go undefeated.
Yeah.
So
I think last year at Winfield they only took 2 large mixed finalists, and I remember seeing that Olentangy got best choreography, and I was shocked.
So the last time allegedly that Olentangy beat Loveland was at Beaver Creek in 2011.
Ooh!
Oh my god!
Oh, Olentangy.
So
oh my goodness.
You know what's showing up in a big way? I think the interesting thing is that this will be a not so subtle plug, but go to homeroomshowchoir.com and find our Ohio rankings. Olentangy was 6th at Beaver Creek last week, but our voting panel, who we're not saying who's on the voting panel, but our voting panel actually dropped Olentangy out of the rankings and put Marion Harding in. So Marion Harding was number 10, and Olentangy was not in the rankings heading into this week. And now Olentangy just beat Loveland, who I believe was either the number 5 or number 6 choir in the rankings.
6.
So yeah, so that we're going to see some pretty big shakeups, and I think like the question is like, is this going to be another great keynote season like we saw in 2022, or is this going to be just like a bit of the one-off thing?
I know last week at Beaver Creek, Piqua, Grove City, and Loveland in prelims were all within 3 points of each other. Like there were 2 points between Grove City and Loveland, and 1 point between Piqua and Grove City. So that switch up was a little less shocking, but like I don't even know how far behind Olentangy was. They could have been super close, but I have no idea.
Yeah, that this will certainly be something, and I'm sure we'll have healthy discussion of, is Olentangy here and ready to arrive, or is Love like slipping a little bit,
Yeah.
because when you're used to winning competitions, like there's no room to go up and there's a lot of room to slip. So I don't think that's an indictment on Loveland as a program. I think it's just a kind of a situation on where they are. We do have a question in the chat. What about ETC? ETC is not competing this weekend, I
I
don't
don't think
think.
so.
So we're going to focus on the groups that are competing in some of the results that came in. Large mixed aside, I want to talk about small mixed for a second too.
Yeah.
Nitro St. Clairsville missing finals in small mixed, Bridge County, Riverside, and Portsmouth. Polka, I think, has really good potential to sneak into kind of like that bottom half of the top 10 of West Virginia show choirs. Their only division win last year was at Winfield, but they made overall finals at Marion Harding and Sissonville, and also competed in the championship division at West States. And I think Polka is still floating around like 20 or 25 people in their group. I didn't get to catch their show at all today. But I think it's certainly proof that, you can have a smaller group and still put out a very, very good show.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of their show, and it was like, I think it was like Starbucks themed.
I mean,
It was pretty good.
I've seen a coffee show before. I forgot who did it. I believe it was a girls group did a barista show. So it's nothing too crazy or nothing I've never heard of before.
Yeah, like they weren't half bad at all. Like I think they're moving up.
All right.
And Nitro as well. I feel like Nitro is one of those choirs where, you always know they're going to be good, but you don't know what exact level of good they're going to be for the year. So Nitro last year made overall finals at Hurricane and Robert Seabird and also Herbert Hoover. But then they were third in finals, like small mixed finals a few times last year. Third at Winfield, third at Polka, third at Cosby in small mixed, all of those places. So I feel like even from week to week, this is the choir that when I'm looking at things and kind of laying it out, like I have no idea where they're going.
Yeah, me too. It's like I feel like a lot of the small West Virginia groups just kind of end up anywhere.
Yeah. I also want to give a big shout to St. Clairsville because I don't know anything about St. Clairsville this year. I know that both of their directors left after last year. I don't know if Brooks Mulder is still choreographing them. But St. Clairsville really put themselves on the map last week at Nitro. They were second place in small mix final behind Winfield. They beat Sissonville. They beat Herbert Hoover. And for a very far kind of like town area, Western Ohio group that does mix it up in West Virginia a lot. I think it's very easy to kind of become anonymous. Like Portsmouth was at this competition, another like Southwestern Ohio group. They didn't make small mix finals, but St. Clairsville now 2 weeks in a row making small mixed finals. I don't know if I have the rest of their competition schedule. Okay, they'll be at Walsh Jesuit next week, and they'll be at Polka in a month. So Walsh next week's lineup at Walsh. North Royalton, who will be all right. Martinsburg, who will be all right. Euclid, who made finals at North Royalton this week, along with Alliance, St. Clairsville, and Garfield. So go ahead, Ava.
Yeah, starting a new season with a director switch is definitely very difficult to do. So that's really awesome that they are able to like come out and like still like beat these groups that probably normally would have been them in the past. And like usually it happens a lot where when there's a director change, a group isn't able to compete. So it's like it's very fortunate they're able to compete at all.
Yeah, for sure, especially because, I'm going to take kind of a deep pull here, but I feel like St. Clairsville kind of got a black eye when they won their own competition in 2021.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a little weird.
Yeah. So nevertheless, something like that could very easily be we don't want to do this anymore. Like, look at the pushback we got from the community. But they've been historically, I think, a relatively good small mixed group, and it's good to see them, whoever is directing them, because I don't think they say it in the compile. Their comps have been live streamed 2 weeks in a row, and I still don't think anybody knows who they're. Someone in the chat knows who the St. Clairsville director is. Please let us know. But other than that, yeah, and moving down to the women's final results as well. Loveland Allure, best vocals, best show design. Olentangy She Notes, best choreo, best band. So you got to think that was a pretty even matchup as well.
Mm-hmm. When they announced the capture awards first, I was actually pretty anxious of how that was gonna go, and then of course he was like, "We're gonna wait and say that later." But because when it goes that split, because best vocals is usually worth the most, so when one group gets best vocals and another group gets the other two, it's nerve-wracking because you don't really know how it's gonna end up.
Yeah, and we're talking about a Loveland Allure who got third place at their first competition. So this must feel great for them to come back and get this. Must have been close win against Olentangy. The groups they lost were from Indiana, Noblesville, New Dimension, and Grove City Class Act from Ohio. So props to Allure for holding strong despite it being a very close battle with Olentangy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Ava, is there anything else that you kind of want to spin about Ohio Show Choir in general? Obviously, we have a smaller weekend for Ohio this week with just North Royalton. A bit of a smaller weekend next weekend as well with Walter Jesuit. But so it might be, and Marion Harding as well next weekend. But it might be a little bit until we see a bunch of these groups converge on one place again.
Yeah. So I think this week was, even though we only had 3 big groups competing, it was still very defining.
It'd be Beaver Creek as well. You'd be Beaver Creek as well.
Yes, we did have Beaver Creek. That was awesome to see. I was there. I left right after Solon finished because I was really tired. But Solon is awesome. They were awesome last year, but I think they're even better this year. And I don't know if Solon and Marysville are facing each other at all this year, but I hope they do. And Marysville obviously just came out show that they're still a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. We all know that.
I would throw ETC in that same boat. So ETC, Solon, and Marysville. I mean, those seem like the kind of the 3 that have been the hottest as of late. So very excited to see how Ohio shakes up this year, and especially when, of course, Findlay gets on their feet here in a little bit. So very excited to see that
this year.
So I don't know where Solon is going, but I think we might see a Solon versus Marysville matchup at Olentangy later this year.
To Olentangy. I think they're going to Homestead.
Okay.
Or Medina. One of those is that day.
Oh yeah, because I think Medina is that same day. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. Oh. So.
Yeah, because Olentangy will be Marysville, Findlay, Grove City, and Loveland, and Beaver Creek,
and Homestead,
and
Indiana. Yeah. So we will circle February 15th on the calendars, and Solon and Grove City at Hurricane Red Hot this weekend.
Ooh. That's gonna be exciting.
Somehow that slipped under my radar. So
because Grove City moved up last week, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I remember I was on the car ride home and I asked my friend to check the results, and she said they got 3rd. I was like, what? I love Grove City.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, Ava, thank you so much. We may see you after North Royalton Awards, maybe. Let me check and see where we're at with North Royalton right now. I feel like we are. Oh, hold on.
I think Altoona is just stepping up the stage. I don't know who it is. I believe. Oh, I think I know who won North Royalton already.
Oh, Okay.
I don't know if I should spoil it without knowing the rest of the results, but I know.
Okay. All right. Let's roll.
All right. Well, the winner of North Royalton, shout out Justin Terrett for putting it into our Slack channel. The winner, without knowing captions or other placements, is Kerbusha. So, Kerbusha, did I
Isn't it
butcher it?
terrible?
Kerbusha. Oh my god, I can't say it right now.
Your Decatur accent is getting a
New
bit.
era, right? New era wins
Yeah.
Altoona.
Yes. Okay.
So
At least the North Royalton live stream I found ended like conspicuously without an awards ceremony. Just ended after the last finalists. So that's unfortunate. We're gonna see if we can get full results here real quick. Let me see what I can pull on the Facebook. Let's see. I am a boomer trying to do these Facebook searches.
And Circle City Show Choir, you are so right. I'm just not in the right headspace. I'm not locked in right now.
Okay.
I need that principal.
Okay. We allegedly have Facebook live stream of final awards, maybe at North Royalton. Let me see.
Good.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so Edgewood Corliers was first runner.
Oh man.
Started. Yeah. So we've got an Edgewood Corliers first runner-up, which means the other groups in finals are let's see, Mayfield, Herbert Hoover, Ross, and Euclid. Euclid still riding a hot streak from their 2019 show that won a Judge Award at Twinsburg. Herbert Hoover, they missed finals last week, I think, at Nitro. No, they were last in small mix finals. They still beat several groups to get there. So we'll see. Mayfield, always an interesting kind of border choir in between large and small mixed in Ohio. And then Ross, boy, I think that if Ross could take the third spot overall, Ross did no better than second in division last year. They took a bunch of third in small mix. Again, when we talk about changes, Howie Thompson coming into this had no prior show choir experience before taking out Ross. Nothing in high school, nothing in college, nothing in professional duties. So I think and that's a really tough situation to be in. And I think it's tough that, either no one with show choir experience applied at Ross or that the Ross school board thought that none of them were the right fit. But I think that if Ross could snag that last podium spot, I think that it would be really, really big.
No doubt, Will.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I wish I could add more to that, but I just can't. I feel like you touched on it very well. Ross was acquired that was super strong a few years ago. And as of late, it kind of seems like they've not fallen. They're still very much in conversations, but more of like falling to the middle of the pack, so of sorts. So they're acquired that everyone must keep their eye on at all times in Ohio. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on it. I feel like you touched on a lot of it, Will.
I miss how they were in 2023.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago, though. So
yeah. Let me do a little research on Churubusco.
That was
Churubusco.
surprising.
Yes. So Churubusco, this allegedly is their 9th win in program history, and their first win since 2022. So big for Busco. Let me check and see what that last win for Churubusco would have been. That was was the Carroll Classic that Churubusco won. They won it over Northrop, Bishop Lures, and Woodland. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Churubusco, we are going to lock in Churubusco as the winner because we have definitive video evidence of the top two placements. We are we are actively working on getting the rest of the final results from North Royalton. We have a question in the chat. Do you guys keep tabs on rewards at competitions? I think it's awards that I'm looking to ask about. And yes, that is the purpose of this stream. We are going to ride it out until not
hopefully they're all done.
An hour. Probably not the Pleasant Hill results, but
yeah.
Millard West results are scheduled to come in right around midnight Central Time. So it'd be 1 a.m. for you Eastern Time Zone folks.
Ugh.
And yeah,
Obviously.
So, but we're gonna run it out until we have at least like 10, 12 of the 15 comp results in. So, all right. I think perhaps unless we okay, hold on.
You get news?
Okay, no. That was a letdown. I saw a new comment on the event page.
I saw it was just announcing the winner. I know.
Who's the winner? So yeah.
Altoona seems to be in the middle of clearing the stage and everything. Okay. I hate the black screen. I want to see what's going on. I need to know where we are. But those results should be coming up soon, within 10, 15 minutes or so. So, excited to see what happens there. I mean, that was a decent competition as well.
Absolutely. So Ava, I think we might have closed the book on getting North Royalton results right now, but yeah, I believe that's a throwback to the Adam Bettle fireworks trick. Real Show Choir Nation listeners, remember the fireworks moment. It won our Homie Award for best podcast moment of the year last year. So, that was incredible. Ava, thank you so much. Unfortunately, you've got not too busy of a weekend.
That's okay.
But we will see Finley First Edition out on the competition stage very soon, and we wish you the best of luck on your season.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great night. Go to sleep before 1 a.m.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, Ava.
Bye.
So with that, we have the top two at North Royalton.
We're just slowly but surely getting results.
Yeah,
then.
You know, I feel like we did this with the Maryville, Missouri competition 2 weeks ago, where it was like Papio posted that they were first and third, and then like Scott posted that they were second, and it was just kind of like a scrounge around to see if anyone said who the other was.
Okay. Also, shout out to everyone else on showcard.com commenting on other competitions, just making me get lost in conversation that doesn't really matter to this week. But yeah, and also I also want to give one more shout out to, I think Millard West is doing an amazing job. I think Johnson's doing an amazing job of posting on their stories. So throughout the day, I've been getting updates on who's going when on their stories, so on and so forth. And you get little snippets of what's going on in the warm-up room. That's such a cool little inside twist that competitions do, because I'm like, I don't really know, and I don't want to watch some of their shows yet. Waiting, being a purist, but like seeing that Johnson in the Linmar in the warm-up room with no shoes on, like, like that's a crazy sight to see. I think we're having awards at Altoona.
Okay. All right, you want to turn your sound on and we can see?
Yes.
All right. Oh, that looks like Altoona's director on right.
Yes, it does. Oh, you're on it too? Okay.
All right. So before we get started, I have a few shout-outs.
Now, you are the Wisconsin guy, Will, so this is big for you.
I am, but there aren't really a ton of Wisconsin groups here. I think.
True. But are they not the favorites, would you so to say?
I would say Onalaska is the favorite. But we'll see. I think Totino could be a sleeper second place group here. Nick McGraw is rehearsing Totino. Tino Grace right now. Hashtag breaking exclusive scoop.
Woo!
So yeah, are they
Circle City, you are exactly right. They've been killing it. Johnson has been doing a great job on social media, one of the best. I mean, maybe that's a new award we give out this year. I don't know.
This one is to Baker.
Long season to go, but that could be an award we give out at our homie awards.
Dude, we're gonna out like 100 homie awards. All right.
And I mean, speaking of West Side, which
we
we'll
have
see
full
those.
North Boylston results.
Oh, go ahead.
Busco, Edgewood, Ross, Euclid, Mayville, Herbert Hoover.
Ooh. Okay.
So Ross did take that third podium spot. So I think that's really big for Ross.
That is.
Euclid, Mayfield, and Herbert Hoover. I mean, each solid placings for them as well. I think I maybe would have expected a bit more out of Hoover, just because I feel like they bring a lot of that production value that we oftentimes see out of groups that are a little higher up in the placements. Mm-hmm. But still, solid overall finals berth for Herbert Hoover. Big win for Busco as well. Edgewood doing everything they need to do to be on top of Ohio Small.
Okay, so update. Altoona is just now doing the host school.
Yeah, I saw that other group on stage, and I was like, that looks like Bloomington Kennedy because
you would know.
Altoona has not had that many people in a group since Richard Moses was there in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
False alarm. Yeah. One shout out I want to give from North Royalton is Euclid. It's so funny because me and Will were just talking about Euclid and my experience with Euclid.
Right?
Yeah. No, I mean, when I saw them in, what did we say it was, 2019 or
2019.
My freshman year? It was 2018 maybe. Like their show was just all right, but when they came out, oh my goodness, at Twinsburg that year, they brought the house down. I've never seen an auditorium explode the way it did when Euclid went out and they performed. I don't know all the songs, but Tootsie Roll, peanut butter jelly time, the whole auditorium exploded when Euclid went out there. So the fact that they were able to grab a Tier 2 win.
Oh, we have standing results. We have standing results.
Yep.
6th place, Elkhorn Excel. 5th place, Gretna Evolution. 4th place, Lincoln East Express. 3rd place, Grand Island Northwest 14 Karat Gold. 2nd place in Best Vocals, Gretna Revolution. 1st place, Best Choreo, Lincoln Southwest Resonance.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say.
This is one of those big ones.
Oh man, I just need like a moment. Like, how many times did we say that these groups go up against each other this year? Is it
Gretna?
Lincoln East Gretna 4 times?
Yeah.
Oh man, and Gretna is coming out with. I know they got second, but they're coming up with a leg up right now. That is, I mean, a caption split like that, where Best Vocals goes second place and choreography goes to first place, is always sort of a head scratcher to me, Will. Just a tiny bit, because like, was their choreo that off compared to the winner? Or, I don't know until you see results. Is it overall show? And I mean, you got to give it to Lincoln Southwest. I mean, a group that started with a win, got second place last week, I believe. And I mean, we thought, at least me, I don't want to put words in your mouth, that they were going to be that group that does that tear it does again, like it did last season. I believe they won like 4 competitions before they ran into the buzzsaw at Wheaton.
I think 3, yeah.
So I mean, 3. It was 3 because it went back to back, or something similar. Yeah, this is insane. And then they come out and they beat a group that was undefeated last season in Gretna, who is, I know Brandon says that they're the most upstart choir that is growing the most. I feel like Gretna and now kind of Gretna East might be in that conversation as well too. So this is kind of insane, and I feel like I'm not even saying everything I need to be saying. This is what Monday show's for, so I can sit back but live reaction. And just one last thing, Grand Island Northwest.
Dude, that's not allowed. We're going to be talking about this for a hot second.
I mean, that was kind of like my pass off to you, Will, because I need a moment. I just need a moment. Because I know it was Monday when I said my prediction, and I didn't make any predictions afterward because I'm stupid. But I said Lincoln East was going to win this competition. I mean, when you see these results, Will, what's like the first thing that came to your head?
The first thing is Grand Island Northwest. People forget that Grand Island Northwest is a Dwight Jordan group.
A lot of people do, and I'm a Dwight stan.
Yeah.
it sometimes just goes right over your head. It really does.
So I think, and the Northwest and Grand Island rivalry out from the central portion of the state is always alive and well. It's always kind of looked at on a second level to the Lincoln and Omaha rivalry. But the fact that Grand Island Northwest, they cleaned house at Lincoln Links last week. Well, I take that back. Hastings got best band, but vocals choreo win at Lincoln Links last week. They go in to a much tougher standing bear competition, and they outplaced Lincoln East, who had a phenomenal 4-win season last year, and also swept at Ralston. So I think, to me, the caption split at the top, whatever. We'll talk about that. But to me, the biggest story, the first biggest story is Grand Island Northwest. The second biggest story is Elkhorn Excel. And the third biggest story is how we are going to look at the Burke Bonanza and realize that it was a big, the placements that everyone got at Burke is not going to reflect what they got the rest of the season.
Oh, no.
So.
Not at all. You hit that on the nose.
So, yeah, I just have you had your moment? Like, do you have any other thoughts about this one right now, or are you just gonna sit there and?
I just never saw it coming. Never saw it coming. This is looking now, doing some research, because I mean, after something like this, you just have to. This is Grand Island Northwest first time beat Lincoln East since 2016 at UNL Midwest Cup. And I mean, and where they got third place and Express got fourth. I'm going to peer in at this competition. Oh, guess who won that competition? Lincoln Southwest. Elkhorn South got second. Grand Island Northwest got third. Lincoln East in the 4. Norris and Papillion La Vista Free Spirit in the 5. Or in the 6, I mean. At UNLV Midwest Cup in 2016. 2016 is a while ago.
That was back.
I mean, the fact that
was back at Lincoln East, right? Or was that in the early Aaron Zart era?
It was Brett Epperson.
But I think that was the tail end of the Brett Epperson era at Lincoln East.
Wow. I mean, truly incredible for 14 karat. I need to look at more stuff. I don't know where they're going. Bradley, did Linmar sweep yet? We don't know. Oh yeah. I mean, do we have those results? Yes, we did. I feel like we already went over them. They swept. They swept.
Yeah.
So,
Grand Island Northwest the rest of the season, they will host in 2 weeks. They will be at Harrisonville, Missouri on February 15th. They will be at Norris on March 1st. And Norris, that lineup gets better by the week. Gretna, Grand Island Northwest, Urbandale, Gretna East, and Lincoln East. Yeah, that will be a mega. And then let's see, that is Grand Island Northwest also looking at the FAME National Finals on April 12th. So I know Grand Island Northwest, they had a very successful 2022 season, just coming straight out of the pandemic. I think they haven't replicated that success in a couple of years, but now they have a first to their name, a third at a very competitive their name. They were second 3 times last year. They lost to Lincoln East at Lincoln Links. They lost to Norris at Lincoln Northwest, and they lost to Elon at Wood. So they've already broken through for a win this year after not winning at all last year. And it was 2023 that was their great season. 3 wins and second place. And then 2022 as well, three second places. So I think we may last year 1 year for Grand Island Northwest, and I think they may be the post-pandemic form that we've seen out of them.
Yeah, insane, and I mean, I wish I had more to say right now, but I feel like when Monday's show comes around, I will be a little bit more prepared, and that's why we're kind of doing this show. I mean,
talking about Standing Bear on Monday. We might
have to. I think we have to. Tabloids. I mean, we have to mention it at some point, and I know we're going pretty in depth on this show. So, man, I don't know where the rest of these competitions are right now. I know the Altoona is still going their host performance. So, are there any other results that we have yet to talk about, or we talked very little of?
I don't believe so. I mean, we kind of sort of talked about Beaver Creek. We talked about Batesville probably as much as we could. Like, there are a bunch of names at Batesville that don't usually eat. A couple other things that I do want to get Standing Bear, actually, because people who know me know that I love Lincoln. I've actually run out in the vicinity of I've physically run out in the vicinity of Standing Bear before. Really nice area, far south of town. But I think we got to put Tyler Stover on National Best Male Soloist Award watch. That makes 2 out of 3 this year for Tyler Stover. I believe he's the Grinch in the Lincoln Southwest show. I mean, I would assume so, since that's the one that people tend to gravitate to. I think something else that's interesting about Lincoln Southwest is that the assistant director this year is the former director Newman. And Bishop Newman, Ethan, is probably a name that you've never heard before.
Bishop Newland?
Newman.
I have heard of them, but very faintly. Like, I don't know what they've been doing recently, but they are a name I have heard.
Okay.
So you have all the bishops. All the bishops.
Yeah, sometime we need to do a podcast episode ranking the bishops.
Yeah, we should. That actually be fun. We should do that.
So, Bishop Newman is actually in Wahoo, and we're gonna probably talk about Wahoo here when the Hastings results come in. But Bishop Newman, they had a very successful 2022 season. They took overall GC at Harvard. They were first in division at Wahoo, first division at the Northeast Community College Jazz Festival as well. Bishop Newman, at least at what I have for enrollment figures, is under 300 kids. And so for someone to be able to make that success with that kind of group, then move to Lincoln Southwest, I think that's a pickup for that team. I believe that Andrew Sufer is still part of that team as well. So you've got 3 really good show choirs in that room. And so I'd obviously, after last, no surprise that Lincoln Southwest is out here being very successful. But I think that on the flip side as well, you have to look and give a lot of credit to people who are running the ship.
Oh, no doubt. You have to. I mean, they're the ones that are behind the scene putting in all this work. And, I mean, to see a group rise and, I mean, get a placement like this is, I mean, extraordinary. I can't imagine what if they have a class time or the next practice. I don't know. I wish I was in that room, a fly on the wall, because, I mean, we've all been in those situations before where you come back and you have that placement and you had time to realize what you did as a group, and to celebrate with everyone. I bet that's amazing. I'm excited to see what they do next. I am actually truly excited to see what they can come up with.
Absolutely. I want to talk about Gretna as well. This is a Gretna program that put 2 groups in finals today. This is a Gretna program that, the streak is over at 5 for Gretna, but that's still an incredibly impressive win streak. And I think the other thing that, may not be the most common knowledge is that, Caitlin Wallace actually welcomed her first child recently. So a big congratulations to Caitlin and Nathan on that. But it's like I would not have expected Gretna to be anywhere close to where they are right now if I didn't know the caliber of program that Gretna
Oh,
is.
oh
Because
yeah.
a lot of directors, like, they have a kid, they just take maternity leave, and like it's not really what Caitlin Wallace did. Still in the thick of comp season right now, and I think that is absolutely something to be commended. And I also want to talk about Gretna Evolution. First finals appearance for them this year. They had one last year. They were sixth at Elkhorn South. But before that, in 2023, they were sixth at Glenwood. And then in 2012, Glenwood, Iowa, not Glenwood, Illinois. And then in 2022, they were fifth at Glenwood as well. So this is now 4 straight years with at least one finals berth for Gretna Evolution. I think is pretty phenomenal for them as well. And also, it really only became a mixed group back in 2022. Up until 2021, the second group at Gretna was always women's group. So I think like just when you're dealing with a lot of other like well-established favorites like Lincoln Southwest, Ambiance, and Lincoln East, Elegance in the single gender division, and Elevation in the prep division as well. I want to give a shout out to Gretna Evolution as well.
No doubt, Will, because if you'd have told me that they were only one spot below Lincoln East to begin this competition, I would have told you what, because I probably wouldn't have even seen them come out of the prep division just as an outsider. And the fact that they got 2 groups in the finals is extraordinary. So as a program, you are having the time of your life right now. I mean, as a whole, you are having a ball. Everyone needs a pat on the back. That is a long day. So I'm guessing it's 4 performances for Gretna. So that's a lot of running around, a lot of running around. And something I have to give my props to. I mean, this is Gretna's first competition as a prep choir and as a mixed choir, and the fact that they both got into finals is amazing. So I want to give huge props, like you said, to Gretna Evolution, who just joined the stream. Gretna Evolution, great job out there today. You get all the flowers from Ormond Show Choir. Amazing. But going back to what I said, Gretna Revolution, first time out, going up against possibly, 4 amazing choirs from the state. It's like, and they're going up against a group who won, who this is their 3rd competition, and they got best vocals. Gretna did, and they got 2nd. There's a lot to hang your hat on here. I mean, Gretna's going to be strong, and and now that Gretna Evolution is in the mix, I'm kind of excited to see what kind of noise we can get out of this program later on in the year, because they're definitely going to get better as time goes on.
For sure. And at Gretna, Caitlin Wallace does most of the duties for Revolution, but then Dakota Matthew, excuse me, too many Wallaces running around. Dakota Matthew does the prep group Evolution, and I had the pleasure of talking to both directors in the season last year. That's a program where the people's heads are in the right place. They're doing it for the kids, and they're doing it for the right reasons. And I think that when you look at what Dakota Matthew did in his short time at Atchison in Kansas, kind of dealing with a bit of a COVID adjusted season there, I think that Gretna Evolution has kind of instantly put him right in the same park with Lincoln Southwest, Elkhorn South, and Papio South and West Side as in that top 5 kind of S tier of prep groups in Nebraska. So I think that'll be really interesting as well. I don't believe we have any new sets of awards yet. So one final I want to touch on from Bear is Elkhorn Excel. Elkhorn Excel is one of the old guard programs in Nebraska Show Choir. This is Director Abby Thompson's 14th year at Elkhorn, and this is an Elkhorn program that has seen not one but 2 schools split from it in the not too recent past. Obviously, Elkhorn North was most recent of those. Elkhorn North opened in 2021, but then also that Elkhorn South is actually not that old of a school. Let me Google when it was opened right now. I want to say 2012 or something. 2010. So,
Oh, I mean that's still
yeah.
fairly new.
So, and Alcorn has been around since before then. If we look at what they were doing in 2009, right before the school split, they went to Gretna, Omaha West Side. Excel, like the program as a whole was very healthy pre-pandemic. In 2020, they had the varsity mixed group Excel. They also had a men's group Nexus. They also had a treble group Exhilaration. And all of a sudden, Elkhorn North opened, and now since the pandemic, Excel has been the only choir in the Elkhorn program, and they had a tough go of it last year. I'm not. Their two finals appearances last year were a sixth at Glenwood and a fourth at Cross South, and now two competitions in. They took them four to make finals twice last year. We're now two comps in, and Excel has a very respectable fourth place in Boston with Papillion La Vista and also O'Gorman, and also a sixth at State Fair where they mixed up with some of the best choirs in Nebraska. So
yes, and shout out Circle City. I didn't have my sound on. We are getting Altoona awards slowly but surely. Best performer awards are going right now. Some showstoppers, as you know.
yes, Wisconsin does love their showstoppers.
Our next showstopper award goes to
Nothing.
Okay.
They're still doing showstoppers. Yeah, I mean, this could be a year where they go back to 2023 where they didn't miss a finals appearance. I mean, it might be too early to say that because they have some competitions to go. But I mean, wouldn't we love to see Elkhorn back into the mix consistently, comp after comp?
Yeah, I mean, Elkhorn Excel was a group that won two competitions in 2020, and so maybe we're not at like 2020 Elkhorn yet, but I think we're certainly making strides towards an Elkhorn that was there. Let me just real quick figure out where the three Elkhorn schools sit of population or enrollment right now.
Oh, Justin got a showstopper, one of our very own.
Oh yes,
Let's
yes.
go! Congratulations, Justin.
Justin Turnett at Ball State last night. Or are you talking about someone else?
I believe that's what he's talking about. I didn't hear it, but that's what Nathan said
Oh,
from Circle City.
yes. For some reason, I feel like my chat. I haven't gotten like a new chat comment in like a half an hour, so I feel like my chat might be frozen. But
I don't know what award they're announcing. Fifth runner-up? Old Ames.
yeah, it's about where I thought they were going to sit.
Can you hear it? Like, I don't know.
I can, yeah.
Well, here, I'll turn it up a little bit.
and the fourth runner-up goes to St. Francis High School Bridge Street Singers.
St. Francis.
St. Francis. That's a program that's better than it was last year. So.
Oh, yes.
The third runner-up.
He sounds so tired.
Harmonics.
Chippewa.
Chippewa Falls. Chippewa Falls is going to be good this
year. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they place this season.
So Totino will be third here, I think.
You think?
Unless Bloomington Kennedy drops third.
Bloomington Kennedy.
Bloomington Kennedy. Oh!
The redemption arc is so real right now.
Oh no! That gym's got to be electric.
All right. The next award is listed as Visual Performance Grand.
Visuals.
We're going to go ahead and call that Best Choreography.
I think that Bloomington.
Drum roll, please. Hilltoppers.
On Alaska. Best
All right.
choreography.
And lock on Alaska in for the vocals. So this will be
You are?
Win.
That'll be a bad look.
Vocal Performance Grand Champion Award goes to Onalaska High School Hilltoppers.
Lock it in.
So it's looking like Onalaska's going to win this one.
Unless it's a weird Totino no caption win.
And the first runner-up goes to Totino Grace High School Company of Singers.
Yep, Totino Grace. Pizza Roll Land gets second place here.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your overall grand champion for Locapalooza 2025 goes to Onalaska High School Hilltoppers.
Congratulations, Onalaska. What's to say, Will? You're the Wisconsin guy. Immediate reaction.
Great. Well, Onalaska is here and they're here to stay. They only had one win last year, which is a great season for a lot of groups, but it's not a great season if you're Onalaska. They're up to 3 wins already. They will almost certainly make it 4 next week at De Pere. I will be in that show, so hopefully it is grand champion worthy. So a 4-win season by the time February begins is right back in typical Onalaska story. I think the biggest story here is Totino. So
I mean,
a lot has happened at Totino Grace. So their director Philip Brown exited the program mid-school year. So it's been kind of a platoon leadership team of the assistant director Raina Morano, as well as a name that a lot of people might recognize, Nick McGraw. Nick McGraw, not full-time employed at any show choir school this year, but he has been coming in and rehearsing Company of Singers. My knowledge says that he is not traveling to the competitions with them, but that he is working out all of the rehearsals, all of that jazz. And I think that the Company of Singers and overall Totino comeback arc is very real. I mean, Terry Voss left 2019. You know, that was a year where they won twice. They were second once, they were third once, and they were fourth once. Adam Miller was going to be the next name to continue that dynasty. A little bit of a transition year in the first year of 2020. He wound up leaving after the pandemic, and he's doing phenomenal. Still in the education field, just not in show choir in general. Philip Brown comes in. They definitely had flashes as a program. You know, they cleaned out last year, which was actually a weekend before second Altoona last year as well. Granted, that Altoona field, Francis won, Totino second, North St. Paul third, Chippewa Falls fourth, South St. Paul fifth, and Medford sixth. So that was a field that neither Bloomington Kennedy nor Onalaska. So the fact that Totino remained second at this competition, I think is very good for them. You know, they ended the year with a finals at Hastings here. I take that back. In Orlando, but they were third behind Blue Valley and Avon. So I think it's his highest placement since 2023. And when you look at the prep division results, the Encore was first place, and TG were second. So, or third, excuse me. Medford split them. So I think, you know, and like those TG prep shows, like, you know, they've been off and on in the past few years. So I think Totino is one of the big winners out of this day as a whole. Bloomington Kennedy, we just got to see. You know, is this Bloomington Kennedy coming back to earth after a couple of previous seasons, specifically 23, 24, that have been really well? Like if we look at 22, you know, they split captions with Hastings at Central to start off the season, but then we're third at North St. Paul, fifth at sixth at Totino Grace. So it could be more of that kind of. Are they still dealing with sickness? I don't know. And they will host as well. So I believe the next time we'll see them will be at North St. Paul in 2 weeks. So kind of bow down them until then. Chippewa Falls is a group that makes me really happy to see that they're in place here. You know, Rachel McElwam, it's been a bit of a ride for Harmon since she came in. This is, you know, they were fourth at Altoona 2 years ago. Besides that, it's been a while since Chippewa Falls has been on the podium for anything. I think actually the last time Chippewa Falls was on the podium, I might have been at that competition.
Ooh.
I think it was Monona Grove 2018. Let me double check. Yeah, it was Monona. So in 2018, Chippewa Falls missed finals at Colby, missed finals at Onalaska, missed finals at Eau Claire Memorial, third in best choreo at Monona Grove, and missed finals at Totino. So that is one heck of a bunch of way to go out for a season. But I think for Chi High, we have to start being a very real candidate to win at Eau Claire Memorial this weekend. And Eau Claire Memorial, we're not going to be able to talk about it on the podcast or anything, but really the big three are going to be Chippewa Falls or St. Paul. And Chippewa Falls has a win against Reedsburg so far this year. North St. Paul, it's a program changes a lot week from week. New director this year, so really happy to see Chippewa Falls one next week. It'd be their first overall as a program, so that would be huge for them. St. Francis keep a positive step forward because of kind of where they were last year with a bit of a jarring leadership change, and Eau Claire Memorial, they just seem to have a penchant this year for finding the places where they will succeed and continuing to succeed in them. They were fifth in Toma, fifth at West Salem. So their final streak right now, I think, is 7.
Oh,
No, it's 8, which is the longest it's in a long, long time. I want to say since like 12 for Eau Claire. And granted, these finals appearances are not coming at the most loaded competitions. Like, yes, absolutely will admit that. But I think the last time they made finals everywhere they went was 2014 or something. So that is, they continue to take another step forward. Obviously, the Old Aves will be hosting next week. And then if we look down in the prep division, very good for Medford to get a second place there. I think their first couple comps hadn't really been what they were hoping for in terms of placements. So really good to see Medford take second there. Those are many, many thoughts about Altoona.
Yeah, my one thought about Altoona, just while you were spewing your massive information about Wisconsin Show Choir, and so on and so forth. This is a group, Totino Grays, that has not gone up against Rig since 2022. A comp where they got 5th and Rig got 2nd. I mean, and I just looking at these, the last time. Wait, sorry, I need to redo this. I had all this time. I should have been better. I apologize, but this is the second time that Rig and Totino Grace have ever met at Altoona. The last that I know of, or the showcard.com knows of, and that last time, first place was Totino Grace, and second place was Rig in 2010. 2010.
Long time ago.
That's a long time ago, but I feel like since this is only the second time they've only met, and it's kind of the same result, takeaway. I mean, can't take away Alaska's amazing win, but just placements being back to back like that, it is pretty immense, and it kind of makes you think, will Rig go back to Altoona very soon if they don't see this as just or any way? But that's not our job to think. We just look at results, and we hope we get fantastic matchups like this. And real fast before I let you comment, we have Lynn Martin Street edition in the chat. Congratulations, Linmar. You keep the McRonkin for another week. Excited to see if you could keep it a whole season. If you don't know what the McRonkin is, please check our blog. It is up there, all the data. And you guys are now the leaders for having the McRonkin for the most days in one hold after this. You guys will pass Wabanzi Valley. I believe you guys are now at 1,065 days. I feel like that's what you're going to be at tomorrow. But in the modern era, you are going to have the McRonkin for the most amount of days in the modern era, taking away Carmel's unknown years. So, congratulations to you, Linmar, and I can't wait to see where your season goes. And of course, just so I can wrap up Altoona on my side, on Alaska, congratulations. And everyone else that performed there, you guys did an amazing job. And I mean, this is the first time we've ever done the show. And I'm having a blast. But real quick, I have to take a break. I mean, it's been a while since I've gone this long, so I'll be back in like 1 minute.
All right.
1 minute.
That sounds great. All right, so I'll keep talking about Wisconsin and stuff. Ethan mentioned very briefly, is Bloomington Kennedy not going to go back to Altoona. I think there are two things that factor into that. Number one, on some years, Bloomington Kennedy Gold actually runs the same weekend as Altoona Locopalooza.